Hello students, hope you all are well and doing hard work at home to achieve the goals. Students, we have started lesson number 9, main forms of the market, and yesterday we have completed the topics under the formation of market on the basis of competition. We have discussed perfect competition and monopoly. Today we will discuss monopolistic competition and its features, oligopoly, its types and features, and monopoly we will discuss. Now first of all we will start with monopolistic competition. You know, under the monopolistic competition there are number of toothpaste with different names. Different brand names are there like Prudent, Babool, Neem, Colgate, Pepsodent, Close-Up, Sensodyne, Promise. So all these products are identical but not homogeneous. Maybe the difference in quality, color, size, taste, freshness, that means there is a product differentiation. So monopolistic competition, first feature it is a product differentiation. Let's discuss with another example. Toilet soap also, Pears, Hamam, Rexona, Lux, Lifebuoy, Nirma, Santoor, Dove, Liril, all these are the toilet soaps. These soaps are again not the homogeneous one, these are heterogeneous, and product differentiation is there like size, shape, color, packing may be different, price also. Then now next one is shampoo. It is there like All Clear, Sunsilk, Pantene, Clinic Plus. Number of brands are there for the shampoo also. Shampoo also differentiation on the behalf of color, cleaning power, fragrance, cost, packing, all these are. Next one is like computer teaching in different centers like NIT, SSI, Aptech, Infotech. Differentiation on the basis of quality of education, fee structure, facilities of computers, infrastructure. Done. So cyber cafe, PC suppliers, PC means personal computers, computer stationery, repair agencies, fitness and health centers, restaurant, business, hotels and pubs, general specialist, retailing, consumer services such as hairdressing, McDonald's and Burger King, mineral water, Vodafone, Airtel. Number of examples are there under the monopolistic competition. So monopolistic competition characterized an industry in which many firms offer different products or services that are similar but not perfect substitute to each other. The monopoly power is limited due to the existence of the close substitute. Monopoly power means under the monopolistic competition, the producer cannot make much changes in the price of the commodity because of the existence of the close substitute. Now next one is, if any firm attempts to charge exorbitant prices for its products, it will lose its customers to other rivals. Demand curve under the monopolistic competition is highly elastic. The word highly elastic means that a little bit changes in the prices have a great effect on the quantity demanded, or you can say that a percentage change in the quantity demanded is greater than the percentage change in price. In this case, elasticity of demand it is greater than 1. Let us discuss it with the help of a schedule for onions. Here the price of onion per rupees measured in rupees per kg. So price for onion for 1 kg it is rupees 40. At that time quantity demanded for onions it is 5 kg. And when the price of the onions increased from 40 to 50 rupees, now you can see prices increased from 40 to 50 rupees, there is a difference of 10 rupees. The quantity demanded it is lesser from 5 to 2. Now at rupees 50 per kg price, the quantity demanded by the consumer it is 2 kg, while at 40 rupees quantity demanded was 5 kg. Now you know the formula that elasticity of price it is equals to delta Q. Delta means change in quantity, like change in quantity demanded from 5 to 2. It means how much change it is there? 3. So mark here 3. Now next one is delta P. Delta P, it is the change in price. Change in price here it is 10. So mark the value here for delta P 10. 3 upon 10 multiplied by price upon quantity. Price, original price, and quantity, original quantity, Q. Now put the values. Original price it was 40 and original quantity was rupees 5 kg only. Then now calculate it. You will get 2.4 elasticity. Now you can see that 2.4 it is greater than 1. So elasticity of demand it is greater than 1, means that a little bit changes in the prices can have a great impact on the quantity demanded. Now we will draw this schedule on the x-axis. First of all, when price rupees 40, quantity demanded 5 kg. Done. So mark the point here. Then now next one is when the price increased from 40 to 50, then quantity demanded for onion it is 2 kg only. So when we will join these 2 points, we will get a demand curve. Now you can see here the difference between the prices, that is delta P, change in the price, delta P 40 to 50. It is known as delta P, means change in price. And then quantity change from 5 to 2. With the increase in price, quantity demanded decrease, that is shown by delta Q. Done. So now next one is, you can see this demand curve, it is highly elastic. As a difference between or the changes in prices are lesser and change in quantity it is more. Due to this, our demand curve it is flatter, that is highly elastic, due to the existence of the close substitutes also. Done. Now in this you can see that 10% change in the price results in the 24% change in the quantity demanded. This kind of demand curve is highly elastic and flatter in shape. So now next one is, you can say that little bit change in the prices of Vodafone, the demand it is shifted to the Airtel for the recharge cards. In this way we can get the demand curve. It is highly elastic, flatter demand curve, because under the monopolistic competition there are more chances to change in the demand with the increase in the prices or decrease in the prices. Thus product differentiation is the key to the understanding of monopolistic competition firms. A large number of firms with free entry and exit selling differentiated product are the characteristic feature of the market. Each monopolistic firm has some monopoly power over its competitors due to the uniqueness of its product, better location, slightly lower prices, better services, a greater range of product, and so on. Now we will discuss the features of monopolistic competition. First one is large number of firms. Number of sellers are large. They are not dependent on each other. They act independently. About the setting of the price, about the level of output, they decided independently, and produces an insignificant portion of the output, that is total output. Individual action regarding the change in price has no effect on the market price. One thing more it is here, that under the monopolistic competition, the firms do not use the resources up to the optimum level. Before reaching to the optimum level, new technology, new inventions are there. There is a change in the taste and preferences, and the firms, without reaching to the optimum level, optimum capacity of the firm, they will shift it to the new technology and start production with the new technology. Next one is differentiated product. Each firm is having specific product, like number of firms producing toothpaste with different brand names, Colgate and Sensodyne. Both are differentiated product, as Sensodyne is a medicated toothpaste. Due to the product differentiation, demand curve is highly elastic. Then product differentiation. Highly elastic, we have discussed the meaning highly elastic, that little bit change in the prices can have a great impact on the increase or decrease in demand. Free entry and exit of the firm. Third point, each firm is free to take its own decision that whether it has to exist in the market or to quit the market. Lack of interdependence. Each firm takes its own decisions about the prices, about the output, about the product also. They are not dependent on other firms. Selling cost. Each firm tries to promote its sales through the advertisement, like detergent powders, Bonvita ads, Boost ad, Glucon D ad you can see on the TV sets. So these advertisements are there on the TV sets due to the promotion of their sales. Next one is price policy. Every monopolistic firm has its own price policy. Firms cannot charge higher prices for its product because of the availability of substitute goods in the market. If any firm will sell its product in the market at a high-fi prices, the customers will shift to the substitute good. Non-price competition. In these, firms do not change the price of their product. Rather, they give the guarantee for their products for a particular time period, or by giving some gift items along with the product. So this is a non-price competition. Next one is, our next topic, it is oligopoly. Under oligopoly, there are few firms producing either homogeneous or closely differentiated products. Oligopoly, you can say the examples are steel industry, it is there, LPG, commercial, air travels, newspaper, Amazon, eBay, that dominates the e-commerce sale, cement industries, auto industries, cable television, cell phones, aluminium, cars, steel industry. So number of examples are there for the oligopoly, in which there are few firms exist in the market to grasp the maximum portion of the market and enjoys the economies of scale. Next one is, Nike is also the example of oligopoly. Types of oligopoly. First one is pure oligopoly and second one is differentiated oligopoly. Under this pure oligopoly, homogeneous product. Under the differentiated, heterogeneous products. Product differentiation is there. Homogeneous product like cement, coal, steel, gas, chemicals, aluminium industries, etc. Otherwise, Coca-Cola and Apple also comes under the pure oligopoly. Under the differentiated oligopoly, motor car companies, oil companies, tobacco companies, soft drinks, Google, etc. all are the heterogeneous. Next one is, under the oligopoly, collusive oligopoly and non-collusive oligopoly. Under this competition, firms face losses due to lesser prices when they decide to grasp the maximum part of the market. What happened in that case? Their prices are so less that firms start facing the losses. So in order to avoid all these situations of losses, the firms make a cartel. A group of firms exist there in the market and determine one price for their product and set the output level also. One agreement it is there about the price, output, market share and profit also there. But under the non-collusive oligopoly, firms are not unite. If they are unite, after some time, if any firm or the other may lead to conflict and cutthroat competition, firms may come down to fight each other to death. No agreement between the firms under the non-collusive oligopoly. Next one is features of oligopoly. First feature of the oligopoly is few large firms that enjoys the economies of scale. Like I have given you the examples of coal industries and cement industries. Each firm controls a considerable price part of the total supply in the market. Each firm can influence the price and output of the whole industry under oligopoly, because only few firms are there. Interdependence between various firms. Any change in the price by one firm will have a direct effect on the rival firm. Not only change in price but change in output, change in product also. Other firms will also change their prices, output and product. If any one firm will increase or decrease the price in order to attract the consumers or the buyers, the other firm will also take some action in order to attract the buyers. Conflicting attitude of the firms. Under these, firms can behave like a cartel to avoid the competition or avoid the price war, or they can remain independent with the hope to earn the maximum profit. So conflicting attitude always there under the oligopoly. Advertising and selling cost. Firms can promote their sellings by advertisement cost also. Firms usually do not engage in the price competition as they fear of price war. Barriers to the entry. Next point, industries like aircraft, rubber and copper, they are enjoying the economies of scale as they themselves can satisfy the demand in the market. Next one is indeterminate demand curve. Under monopoly, no firm can be certain about the shape of its demand curve, because any change in the price and output leads to a sharp reaction by the rival firms. So demand curve is indeterminate under the oligopoly. Up to which level the firms can give the production, no one knows, because at what time there is a change in taste by the consumer, change in preferences or change in price, or maybe due to the change in price the consumer change the demand for the product. So under the oligopoly there is indeterminate demand curve. Next one is price rigidity. Prices are stable under oligopoly. Once the price is determined, it continues for a long time period. Reasons for the price rigidity are: each seller might have learned through the experience the disadvantages of price war, because when price war it is there, if one firm has lesser the prices in order to attract the buyers, other firm will also lesser the prices in order to attract the buyers. In this way, sometimes price fallen down to such much extent that the firm start earning losses. So in order to avoid these situations, there is a price rigidity. Seller may go for non-price competition, that is change in design, color, shape, size, or the gift items or the guarantee schemes or the advertisements, etc. In this way, price rigidity it is there. Next one is duopoly. Duopoly means when only two sellers are there in the market, like Boeing and Airbus, Visa and MasterCards. A situation in which two suppliers dominate the market for the commodity or services. They are friendly with each other and decide the price and output in order to avoid the price war and competition. Next one is monopsony. Under this, there is only one buyer of a good. In order to buy more quantity, the monopolist firm is ready to pay extra price. Electricity gas generator can negotiate lower prices for coal and gas supply contracts. Food retailers have power when purchasing supply from the farmers, milk producers, wine growers. Coal company in a town acts as a sole employer and sole purchaser of labors. Walmart, Microsoft and Google also been called monopolists, Amazon, Facebook. Single sugar factory in a region. All farmers have to sell their cane to this factory alone. So these all are the examples of monopolistic. Now students, note down the homework. Define the following terms with examples: natural monopoly, selling cost, collusive oligopoly, non-collusive oligopoly, pure oligopoly, differentiated oligopoly, duopoly, monopsony. Second question is, explain the term monopolistic competition with its features. Third question is, explain the term oligopoly with its types and features. So students, lastly you will go through the links on the YouTube